Hey everyone, and welcome back for week 11 of building AirKit and Lego. In this week's segment, I get a whole lot done. I finally complete the landing pad, plus I incorporate lights into it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it fully complete towards the end of this segment. And so this will be the last AirKit update before I leave to go to college, so I guess you can call this like the mid-season finale or something along those lines. Even though this series will still continue in the future, and I will still continue building this mock because I do not want to give up on it, this series and the mock will be taking a break. So without any further delay, let's jump right into this week's segment. So to start off this week's segment, as you can see, I took off the top section of the landing pad, as well as I took off the lights on the section just so that I can put in the new lights that I got from ComicBrix. I got a huge package from them earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and review that later on in this segment and then add on the lights to the landing pad. But before that, I took this top section off so I could work on the red outline on this side of the landing pad, because as you can see underneath this building there's like this red outline that goes all the way around, so I do need to finish that up on these corners over there. And so that's actually what I'm going to do right now, and then when I'm done I might just go ahead and finish tiling off the landing pad, so that way all I have to do after that is just incorporate the lights into the landing pad. Then as you can see over here, the scout tower is disassembled. That is because every time I'm working over here I accidentally always like bump into it, and it's very fragile and it always breaks, so I just decided to leave it off, and then when I'm done working on this corner of the mock I can just put that on and then hopefully leave it there for good. So this is hopefully the last time, or maybe not the last time if I can get the landscaping on this corner done, but hopefully this will be the last time you see the scout tower disassembled. Hopefully in future segments it will be assembled. But let's go ahead and dive right into this landing pad. So here is the 100% completed landing pad. I just cannot stop staring at this. Like, this building just looks so good. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I didn't add lights yet. I just wanted to hurry up and just finish tiling off this top platform, because I was originally going to check back in with you guys once I finished building like that red outline that goes underneath this top platform section. But I got that order of tiles that I told you all about in last week's segment. So once I got that, I just immediately just started working on the top platform, trying to finish tiling it off so that way the landing pad could be 100% complete. I also did get that huge order from ComicBrix, which I'll go over in just a few moments, but I just wanted to show you guys the completed landing pad. I just love the medium blue accent to it, and especially that red outline that goes underneath this top platform section, and I just love the tiling. I love the arrow pattern, and this actually is supposed to say 07. Once you level it up to the highest level it looks like this, and I believe it says number 7 or 07, and then it just has like these two white bars next to it. So that's what I tried doing with the white tiles, and I think it just looks so good. I did get that medium blue tile pieces in, so I was able to replace that white tile outline that I had on the strip of this little medium blue structure with medium blue tiles, as well as on the other side as well. One of my goals with this mock is to try and, as best I can, replicate the Star Wars Commander aesthetic, and I think I already did with this landing pad. It just looks so good. In the game, like, there's definitely like a Star Wars Imperial aesthetic to it, but it also has its own style, if that kind of makes sense. Like, it looks like Star Wars and it also looks like Imperial, but it's nothing like we've ever seen before in the movies or TV shows or in video games and other content like that. And actually, here's the latest Imperial Shuttle from earlier this year, and actually right over there is the huge order from ComicBrix, which I'll go over in a few moments. But let me go ahead and take this Imperial Shuttle, and I'm going to put it on the landing pad. I'm going to show you guys the scale of it. And this is what the 2021 Imperial Shuttle looks like on top of the completed landing pad, and I just love the overall scale. This is definitely the right size. I'm very happy. The set worked out perfectly, and the way I built the landing pad, the size of it worked out perfectly as well. And obviously, again, the scout tower. But once I reassemble the scout tower, and I'll probably do that at the end, I'll compare the size of the scout tower with the landing pad, and I like the size of it. I think they scale perfectly with each other. So here's the Imperial Shuttle on the landing pad, and so I think that's what it's going to look like. Although I was debating on just using like a TIE fighter to go on top of it instead of the Imperial Shuttle, and I was going to have a Brix minifigure scale original trilogy TIE fighter. I'm not sure which variant, it might be the Interceptor or the Defender even, but after playing with Jay's First Order TIE fighter from his Starkiller base mock at Brick Rodeo, I immediately, right then and there, was like, okay, I'm definitely have to have one of Jarek's TIE fighters in this mock. No way I'm using this downsized Lego set. Even though, if I put this on top, so let me go ahead and remove the Imperial Shuttle. If I put the TIE fighter on top, it still looks pretty good. Like the size looks pretty good. It doesn't look too off scale, but I'd rather just have a minifigure scale TIE fighter nonetheless. And so let me go ahead and take this vehicle off as well. There is one thing that I'm debating about. It's whether to have like the sandwich tiles on the ends of like the holes where the lights will go through, or having like these corner tile pieces. I'm not sure what they're called, but let me go ahead and see if I can zoom in and show you guys. So like it's this little corner tile piece. I'm not sure if I like this, or originally I have the sandwich tiles, but I figured I might try this out and see how it looks. But that's something I can change later on throughout this series. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this just for now, just so that it can be complete before I leave. And so I really love just the contrast between the gray, the black, the white, the red, the medium blue. I think it all blends together really nicely. And so now it's time to incorporate lights into this. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the huge order that I got from Light My Brix right now. So here is everything that I got from my huge order from Light My Brix. So this large bag is the multi-light kit connection kit. This comes with a USB adapter that can connect to like a portable phone charger that you can use to light up the mock. So that'll actually be really cool instead of having to use that battery switch that's just right over there that came in the starter kit that I reviewed and used in last week's segment. And also I got more expansion boards for the standard lights, and then I also got this rotating sequence effects board that'll be used for this section of the mock, this little structure right here that tells us how full or how empty the unit transport is that goes on top of this landing pad. And so I also got this micro expansion board that goes with the micro bit lights. These are like smaller LED lights, and hopefully those can fit inside those translucent red tiles that you see in that structure over there. So hopefully that'll fit. If not, then I can probably use them for something else, maybe even the scout tower. And so here are more of the standard white lights, as well as I got cool white, because as I mentioned in last week's segment, I think this cool white color better represents Imperial lighting. And then also I got more strip lights as well. So this is everything that came, or that I bought from Light My Brix for this week's segment. So hopefully this will be enough to light up all of the landing pad and maybe even some of the scout tower. But my main priority is finishing or lighting up the landing pad. So I'm going to go ahead and open these bags up and incorporate them into this landing pad right now. Here it is, guys. Here is the 100% completed landing pad, and man, does this thing look awesome with all the lights incorporated inside of it. So I'm not going to show you guys where I put the lights, because if I take this apart, some of the lights might come off and then I have to like reinstall the lights. But all like the wiring and all the circuits and all the expansion boards, everything like that is under this top section of it. And I actually just noticed like this light right here is not all the way at the very top, unlike these two. That's why these two spots are very bright compared to that one. But that's not something I need to worry about right now. I'll get to that later. But here's the rotating sequence effects board in action. So it starts off with one, as you can see at the very end right over there, and it goes all the way down to the fourth one. Now there is 8 slots on the expansion board, but it doesn't connect all 8. So it's in 2 sections of 4. So like the 5th one right here and that one will light up at the same time, then the so forth. And so I really didn't want that effect. I wanted it to go all the way across and then all the way back, but I was unable to figure out a way to do that, so I just put those 4 in for now. And it's also to show that the landing pad isn't 100% full, But here are all the lights. Again, I really like the cool white effect. You have these 3 spots over there, then you have those 3 over there, and then those 3 right over there. And I think it just looks so good. So I might be asking, how does this light up? Like, where do the wires go? So the wires are actually inside the landing pad, and they go underneath this layer of plates. And then right here, this section right over here is actually where the switch is. So I hid it under this little 8x8 platform. So let me go ahead and turn it off just to preserve some battery. So unfortunately, with the way this is built, I can't have this section completely flush with this layer of plates. So I had to elevate this by 1 stud. And so you can kind of see when I place it down, like here, you can see it's elevated by 1 stud, which it's not a whole big deal, but I will rework some of this landscaping just on the edges of this incline, just so that it can be flush all together. And so let me go ahead and turn on this landing pad, and I'm going to put a vehicle on top to show you guys. So let me go ahead and turn that on, and I'm going to get the Imperial Shuttle actually. Okay, so here is the Imperial Shuttle, and I'm going to put it on top like so. And there you have it. Here's the landing pad with all the lights. I just am so happy with the way this turned out. I love the rotating sequence effect. Maybe later on when I get back to building this, I will try and see if I can have all 8 in a sequence. But for now, the 4 will do. And to also show that the landing pad is not fully equipped with troops. So you can have it both ways. I'm still debating on it, but I just love the lighting on this side right over here, if it'll focus, and then again on this side over here. Man, this landing pad took way longer than I thought. I really did think that I would be way farther along by now. I started this in January of this year, and it's already August, and this is how much I've accomplished. Granted, a lot of time and effort went into that landing pad to make it the best it can be, and also of course with the scout tower, and also I made a lot of changes to landscaping here and there. So I think we're making pretty good progress as it is. I'm still debating on whether to decrease the size of this MOC, but for now it's still going to be 3x3, even though right now it's still 2x2. But I really like how I was able to hide the switch. I'm going to try and light up the Imperial Scout Tower, but that'll be for a later segment at a later date. But if I do decide to light that up, I need to try and figure out a way to connect it to the expansion boards with this landing pad, just so that I don't have an individual switch for each single building, if that makes sense. I want to make sure I have a decent amount of batteries and a decent amount of lights all throughout this MOC. So this is what it looks like, and excuse the sets over there. I just built those sets recently. We have the Bad Batch Shuttle, Von Rex TIE Fighter, which I love, the Marauder, and then the Iron Man Hall of Armor's mini Lego set. So excuse those sets over there. Sorry if it's skewing the view of this lovely landing pad right over here. There you have it, guys. This is the completed landing pad. I'm actually going to get that TIE Fighter that you see over here. So I took the Imperial Shuttle off of the landing pad so I can show you guys what it looks like with the latest TIE Fighter Lego set. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on top, and this is what it looks like. Again, it looks so good. I do really want to build one of Jarek's TIE Fighters in the future, to maybe even go on this landing pad or have it hover above it. But I just love the way it looks. I love the lights. Again, the cool white is definitely better than the regular white color, because the regular white color looks a little bit too yellowy for like Imperial lighting. And so I'm very happy with this. I used mostly all of the cool white LEDs. I think I have about 3 left, because 4 times 4 is 12, so I only have 3 left, and I used 9 already. And then for like the lighting on this little structure right here, I used the regular white color because it's underneath translucent red tiles. And I still have the microbit LEDs to use for the scout tower, as well as some more white strip lights as well over here. Then also, I didn't get a chance to use the USB port. That'll be for a later segment and at a later time. But my main priority with this segment was getting done the landing pad, and man, I just cannot stop staring at it. Let me go ahead and take off this Imperial TIE Fighter just to show you guys. Again, all the wiring is underneath it. It's underneath this layer of plates. And so here's the switch, and it'll be hidden with this little cover that goes on top like this. Again, I really love the light bluish gray, the black, the medium blue, and the red. I think all those colors together make for a really cool Imperial aesthetic. And this definitely looks Imperial to me, even though you never see it except for in the mobile app game. This definitely looks like a Star Wars Imperial base already, just with this landing pad. So I think that's enough of me rambling on and on about this landing pad. Again, I'm very happy with the way this looks. I love the lights and everything about it. And I think all the hard work paid off. So this is going to conclude this week, or this last week for now, of building Air Kit and Lego. Hopefully, when I get back, I can work more on the landscaping as well as other buildings. I'm still debating on whether I should have another landing pad next to it, but that kind of seems like a stretch at this point. Let's go ahead and close out this video. So this is going to conclude week 11 of building Air Kit and Lego. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the landing pad with the lights incorporated in it. Just to see it all lit up, it's just so fulfilling. I've been working on that section of the MOC for such a long time, and to see it complete is just really awesome. And so, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is going to be the last Air Kit update for a while. I'm not quitting, I'm not giving up, it just will be taking a break for some time. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this pre-season finale, or whatever you want to call it, Air Kit update. And so thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what I do, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see y'all in the next video.